editor for the REB publication, Grace Ormsby, is my next guest on the One-on-One series. Grace is going to be sharing interesting information on agent and business marketing opportunities. Grace.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for coming in. And it's obvious to us what REB represents and its associated publications, but not everybody would know that. So tell us what REB and its associated publications are.
Sure thing. So Real Estate Business is a news platform, really. People can subscribe, they can be getting daily news from us. We keep abreast of what is going on in the industry. We're really big on being an industry publication for real estate agents and property managers and getting the greatest insights from those in the industry. And really that starts with our daily bulletin. We put out news that the industry wants to know about, really. And then we have podcasts that go out each week as well. So we have our Secret to the Top 100 Agents podcast. We have The Wire, which is women in real estate, shining a light on women who are doing amazing things, not only on an industry-wide level, but in their local communities too, or defying the odds to do what they do. We have our Business Empowerment Showcase, which highlights some of the new players in the sector that can really be helping agents and agencies to get the best out of their processes or their systems. And then we also have our PropTech Pulse podcast, which again shines a light on the tech and what it can be doing for people in the space. And
it's so relevant, the information, because it's live, it's coming out so you come across something, bang, I hang out for the bulletin every morning. I'm not sure exactly the time you publish it, but it's around 8 o'clock, I think.
7:30?
Yeah, 7:30.
It's already there when you're coming for it. But,
that's when I looked,
Yeah, we have a whole team that, is working day in, day out, scraping, what's going on government sites, what politicians are saying. We're in constant communication with the institutes across Australia, and people a lot of the time they do come to us first to say, hey, we know how important this is for the industry, and
can you please make sure it gets out there.
So it's a very privileged position to be in, and it's not something we take lightly. We're independent, we're free. We just want to be able to be there for the people in the industry so they know what's going on.
Oh, absolutely, it's critical. So you mentioned the word free a second ago, and for not everything is paid for that comes to you, is it? So will we be encouraging agents to send you free, for free content that you might use?
Absolutely.
And what would you find newsworthy or publishable? Can you give agents a tip on should they?
We're always, we want to be hearing from the agents and the property managers. That's the bread and butter of what we do. You probably see all the time. You guys are great for it. Office openings, new appointments to the business. But beyond that, even just it's the people that really make real estate industry what it is and the profession what it is, and highlighting those people that are doing amazing things. They probably don't even realise they're doing it most of the time. But
so give me just give us a quick example. Someone's selling a property that's of particular. I'm just talking to the agents of the world now. They've got a property that's of some particular interest. Would they just send you an email and you can go, oh yeah, I really like the look of that, and then you go back to them, get a bit more? And do you actually prepare? Do they have to create the article, or you'll do that?
No, so I guess as well, it's probably worth highlighting. We're a little bit different to the realestate.com.au and the domain, or even the local newspaper who might be super interested in one particular sale of a property.
Right.
Whereas we're looking a little bit more holistically in the strategies and the procedures that went on behind the scenes for that kind of thing to happen.
Okay.
So best practice of marketing, it may have been that they sold a house and they used TikTok, for example, or it might be that they've achieved a record sale price, and it's not so much what the house was able to give the eventual buyer and saw that transaction take place, but it might be that it was 8 months of behind the scenes work with the real estate agent, building up a relationship with the vendor and saying, we could actually, if we do X, Y and Z, that's what's going to be what really, sets this place apart and all that kind of stuff.
Why is it in an agent's interest to come to you and have this and do that? Why?
I mean, there's so many reasons that people do it.
Yeah.
Firstly, there's the publicity that creates. There's obviously a difference between marketing and editorial media side of things. So, a lot of people will go out and they'll pay a marketer to be to putting product out there. Basically, that's where you see the signs on the sides of buses or any big billboards. Maybe even an ad before the movies play at the local cinema. Yeah. And that's really tapping into that local...
They're advertisements, aren't they?
Yeah.
As opposed to,
I guess, the publicity that comes from media coverage and especially editorial coverage, where we are a player in the industry and people look to us for what's going on. And while you might also look for the same kind of coverage in your local newspaper that's free, but... it comes with a certain level of authority and reliability when it's coming through that independent industry portal.
Yes,
I guess is probably one way to put it.
Yeah.
And we've seen something as noteworthy and as newsworthy, and so we've taken that and gone, okay, here's why it's actually important to everyone else, and let's put it out in a way that is very independent and editorially sound.
Can I switch to asking you a little bit about the REB Awards?
Sure.
Because they're very special.
Yeah, they're very special and
they're coming up.
They're very soon, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, please.
So our REB Awards happens every year. It's a national celebration, basically. The fact that I've already mentioned, we're independent. So it's an independent awards program. Every network has their own ways to recognise the staff working within them, and we come and do our awards night. It's at the Star in Sydney.
It's a fantastic night. I've been there. It's absolutely fantastic.
It's a lot of fun, and it's just a really cool way to be recognising people that are doing amazing things across the industry. And there's a whole, as you know, submission awards process people go through. It's highly vetted.
It's independent.
To the point.
It's fair. And valuable for agents too, Grace. If they do win an award, they can publicise that in their marketplace, and it's solid recognition.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And I think there's something to be said. Not only can it be used sort of to go out into your local market, and to be talking to potential clients about. You say it's not just recognition from reviews or what other people are saying. It's the industry actually that's come back and said, no, you are at the top of your game.
Yep.
When it comes to what the industry is doing, and we're all for uplifting the profession, and we've seen it become so professional, especially over the last couple of years. I think there's been a real shift, and a lot of people such as yourself are really driving that forwards, and that needs to be recognised. And
thank you. No, this is important.
It's happening. We're seeing it.
It's for the benefit of everyone in the industry to lift those standards. So absolutely aligned with you in that thinking. So may I ask you, you're normally doing the interviewing, right?
Yeah, this is a bit weird for me to be sitting here and not sure what you're going to ask next.
So can I ask you how did you end up being what's your exact title? Is Chief Editor or Editor?
So Editor of Real Estate Business.
Editor of Real Estate Business. How did you end up in that very important seat?
So I've worked with Momentum Media, who is the driving force really behind Real Estate Business, and there's a lot of other publications that fall under Momentum Media's scope, and it's continually growing. It's pretty amazing what they've been able to achieve across very professional sectors in Australia.
Other than real estate?
Other than real estate.
Right.
So I actually originally came on board with their Lawyers Weekly publication. I do have a legal background myself.
Okay.
But I've done a bit of musical chairs, made my way around a few, dabbled in consumer finance, ended up a little bit more working in the property investment space, and then ended up fully on real estate and haven't looked back since.
No. Well, I think you're doing a fine job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
And thank you so much for coming and talking to us today. It's been really nice getting to know you.
You too.
Thank you.
Lovely to chat.
Thanks, Grace.